But on the other side of this is another big win for Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. Another kind of staple game where you don't play your best, but you still get a W, and that's huge for the SEC.
I said earlier on the show there was a reason why I don't think Lane Kiffin is going anywhere, and with every win, it just solidifies my point because the Ole Miss Rebels should be a college football playoff team, and they should host round one, barring something absolutely insane. I know they play Citadel this week. There's a Week 12 matchup that, honestly, I think the entire college football world, I would be shocked. I'd honestly be shocked if College Game Day didn't go to Oxford for the Ole Miss Florida game because,
right.
As we know in the college football world, Lane Kiffin to Florida, it feels like everyone wants that to happen, and I think with each win, it just makes it harder and harder for him to leave, because if you make the college football playoff, you aren't that. I don't know when round one is this year. It's presumably early December.
Right, yeah, usually early to mid-December. I'll pull up the official schedule.
How can you make an accurate projection for your team and be able to analyze, hey, we need this, hey, we need that, in less than a month before the transfer portal opens up?
Correct.
And again, he has infinite job security at Ole Miss. While Florida might be able to offer him more money, while LSU might be able to offer him more money, I just think Lane Kiffin is exactly what Oxford is. He exemplifies Oxford. I got the chance to see it firsthand this past weekend. My first SEC game.
Yeah.
So that was pretty hype.
I want Tales from the Grove.
The Grove. Well, I showed up 30 minutes before kickoff because we had a golf tournament in the morning. Drove right up to Oxford right after. Got in like 5:15. Kickoff was 6 o'clock. The Grove was a little interesting. I haven't really seen anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm used to tailgating with like cars and stuff, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
With all the tents and everything, and everyone just all condensed in one spot. And the actual game day atmosphere, let me tell you. And if any of my West Virginia people are watching, I'm sorry. The Vaught, it blows Morgantown out the water.
Wow.
For actual game experience, I think Morgantown wins the tailgate. But Ole Miss easily wins the game because I think people, they're so excited about the tailgate they don't even watch the game, so the atmosphere is not even good.
Yeah.
I left. I think my ears were like crackling the whole game because it was so loud.
And that is Ole Miss, South Carolina. That's not the Egg Bowl. That's not a marquee matchup. That's not the Ole Miss Georgia game. But yeah, and we knew that going into it, you'd obviously get a taste there of the SEC. From an atmospheric perspective, obviously, it is what it is. And I think a lot of people would agree with you about the tailgate. Obviously tailgate at West Virginia, they're completely different kinds of tailgates. I mean, they're totally opposite kinds of tailgates. A really interesting scenario when it comes to that. But now it just popped in my head. You went to those two stadiums back-to-back weeks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just in Morgantown 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I mean, that was the game 2 weeks ago. Yes, West Virginia's not having a good year.
Got a big win Saturday.
They did get a big win. So I mean, I think there might be something building there. Rich Rod might still have it, but one thing I will say is the Vaught needs to be renovated. One, they need to add more seating. Two, they need to add more stairs because that was a nightmare going up and down. The only reason why I was in the student section was because my friend from high school was there, so I went to go visit him. And the fact that you have one staircase for the entire student section is a little bit ridiculous. And crazy. It's like it's 4 feet wide, and then you've got the pole in the middle, and it's 4 feet wide on the other side. I don't know how many students they could fit in the student section. I want to say like 10,000.
Yeah, that sounds.
And I think it's new this year because he was telling me that they just cut off the student section from the rest of the stadium. So I wonder if that's a little bit interesting. But
right.
I definitely think the Vaught needs to be renovated to add more seats too because I mean, Ole Miss, something's brewing there in Oxford, and I think Lane Kiffin is right at the epicenter of it. But that atmosphere is. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna make a wild statement here. That might rival Penn State.
Ooh.
That might rival Penn State.
Have you been to a Penn State whiteout?
I have not been to a Penn State whiteout. I've been to a Penn State game, but it was pretty close to pretty close to that.
Absolutely.
With a lot less people, too.
For sure. When you do the word association with college football fans, rabid college football fans, and college football atmospheres and environments, Penn State is one of the top teams that come to mind every single year. So it is really interesting. We got a chance to hear from Lane Kiffin about the fans, Patrick included, showing up on Saturday.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought that, like I said, the challenge kind of is like if you're going to have, I have all these things we talk about if you're going to be an elite team and things we got to do. If you're going to be elite environment, you got to get there early because that starts in warm-ups with the other team and how you feel it. And I thought when we came back out, it was really intense and looked up and it was loaded. So it's great to see. I think teams feed off that, especially defensively. You think about a lot of elite, loud environments and you think over years of time, a lot of times they usually have some really good defenses. So I think defensive players especially respond to that. So it was great to see. I probably got us a penalty there at the end, because I was just excited, that we made an interception. Those don't happen a lot around here lately. And so when we did, and the student section was right there, I just told the guys go down. I didn't tell them to jump into the stands. They did that and got the penalty. And then they were getting the penalty, so I just threw the ball up there too. I'm like, they're not going to give us 2 penalties. So, sometimes you got to have fun.
Sometimes you do have to have fun.
Absolutely, and Lane certainly does have a lot of that, and it's a big win. It's a huge win for Lane Kiffin. It's a huge win for this program. Coming up next for the Ole Miss Rebels, they just had their schedule up a moment ago. Citadel. That's right.
And then the huge home game against Florida, which I'm going to make my stamp of that's stamp of disapproval. I'm going to make my prediction that College Game Day will be traveling to Oxford for the Week 12 game between Florida and Ole Miss because there's so many.
The storyline
is just great.
Yeah.
But, just the fact that Ole Miss this weekend was able to win when Trinidad Chambliss had an off game. Mm-hmm. Man, that guy Kewan Lacey. If the Heisman wasn't a QB-only award nowadays, I feel like he could make a severe case for it because he's just having an unreal year.
Yeah, he's having a great season. That is for sure. And they'll keep rolling along. This is Trinidad Chambliss, and he's, once again, another big game for him. Didn't play well, but another big win, I should say. And that's kind of the best wins you can get as a coach, where you don't play well, so you can still, rip their behinds, but you still get the victory so you don't tank your chances to go to the college football playoff. We'll find out where Ole Miss ranks in the latest committee poll, the newest committee poll that comes out tomorrow night there. Still in the top 10 in the AP poll coming up this week.